Hey guys, so let's see what we can do with, we will try to prompt the same game, one with my custom wording and one with, let's say, very complex prompts, and you will see the difference. So in this first scenario, I mean, in both scenarios, we will be trying to create a Nokia style snake game. But in this first and the left one, I will just describe it as I'm doing right now. Snake game, sorry, Nokia style retro snake game, and that's it. the the left version will be very simple. The prompts in the behind already knows, everything, that it should be HTML, it should be playable, you don't need to write that. But just to show you the difference, so this is my initial prompt, that's all I need. And I usually approach it this way. This is my go-to standard, that I do simple prompt and do another simple prompt and another simple prompt, one by one, step by step, instead of doing some sort of heavy stuff on one try. So let's generate this one. In the meantime, here on the right, I will be using complex prompt that I generated with AI. So as you can see, very complex, even mentioning the mechanics, HTMLs. This is not needed in general because a lot of this stuff is already in the background. So you definitely don't need to put everything like this. But let's try to generate so we can see the difference. So as you can see, we have results for both of our versions. Let's try the simple one first, the left one. So let me just refresh it. And you can see immediately that it has a bug in it, which means that this asset on top is basically irrelevant. Otherwise, it's all good. So I can do two things now. I can either prompt it like there is an LCD image on top, get rid of it. I can do it this way, or I can actually just go to assets, just move it here, to assets, and it's this frame. So I can basically remove it, and as you can see now, I have the game like this, and I can control it, and I can play the game for the time that it needs to has. It has also the sound effects in, and it also has some properties, so I can change game duration, speed, how the speed is growing. So it automatically generated these properties, and I don't need to now make this like make the snake faster. I don't actually need to do that because it's already there as a property. So I can just change this to number 8, and then the snake will be faster in the beginning, and so on and so forth. So this is one way to go. But what you would usually do is you would also check the landscape mode. In this case, it's fine. Okay, I don't even need to see the controls because I can just swipe. So let me check what else I can do. Let me just play the game real quick. Time up. And as you can see, there is a bug with responsibility on the landscape, so the button was not visible. So basically my next prompt would be make sure all elements are visible on landscape and portrait, and on all resolutions. So that would be my next prompt here. And let us check the right one. So that was the longer prompt. As you can see, it has some nice setup to it, tap to start. This one has only touch controls, as I see. So Even pause is actually working. Menu. Okay, that's nice. So it really simulated the whole thing. Let me also check on landscape. It's quite small. Okay, and let's also check properties and assets. So we have grid, a number of rows and columns, speed increase, wrap mode, not sure which that is. And we have some assets here. Let me make this smaller. Why not? And let's try again. Oh, so the wrap mode is actually the one that you can actually go out of the screen. So that's nice. And when will the game actually end? Is there a timer or not? Okay, so game over, but there is no CTA button. So as you can see, there are 2 or 3 things wrong here. First of all, it's not treating it as a playable ad because we added a lot of unimportant stuff here, and now it's treating it as a mini game instead of a playable ad. So it confuses the model. So it doesn't have a CTA, it doesn't have some sort of game end, right? It's just playing as much as you want. And the second thing is that there are no swipe controls. So I would add that as well. And I think those are the biggest issues. So let's say, so now you could write 3 things here. You could write like add CTA and end card when the game is won, lost. Add timers so the game ends in 30 to 90 seconds as parameter. And add swipe controls. No, now this will be the 3 things that I want to change here. My recommendation would be to not use all of them, but go one by one. So my recommendation would be to do just first add just this one, then swap controls, then fix the end card. But you can also try both. But as I said, my recommendation would be to go one by one. But as this right example is the, let's say, the complex one, so let's see the difference as well. In the meantime, let's check this one. Okay, so now it did it listens to my prompt. So now in both landscape and portrait the buttons are visible. It even supports touch controls still, so it didn't change a thing, and in 5 seconds it will end. Okay, and even the CTA is here. I can play now and the URL is clicked. So now let's say my game in general is ready, and it's up to me how I would like to change it. Whatever I can change in the parameters. I can even write like add this thing as a parameter, so you will be able to change it here without spending your iterations. But on the other hand, it's up to you how much you will go, like how much you will iterate, what else you would like to change. But this left example showed you that in 2 prompts, I'm not saying this one is perfect, but in 2 simple prompts you can achieve the same thing or almost the same thing as you did right here with more complex prompts. So my recommendation would still be not to waste time with trying to make complex prompts and make it instead do one by one and go iteration by iteration. But let's wait for this prompt to finish. So we have added a simple prompt, add CTA and end cards, add swipe controls, and add a timer. So let's check what it has done. Okay, tap to start. It has a timer. So as you can see, there is this time zone timer here in the bottom and as well on top. Let's check if it added swipe controls. It did. Okay. And let us wait for the CTA. Game over. There's a text. Play now. URL clicked. So this is working. One more thing that I would do is I would say that add game icon to the interface and end card. Also add CTA button as image so you can upload your own. And that would be it. As you can see, you can achieve very similar results with long prompts, with short prompts. As I said, I still recommend going more with the short prompts, but if it's working, it's working. If you got stuck and you feel that the AI is not listening to you, it's not doing what you want it to do, then revert to simple prompts and always ask one thing at a time. But if it's working for you, you can even use this kind of long prompts.